insurance. This is Tony Cañas, Chief Motivational Officer at Insurance Nerds and PNC Client Advisor at the Jacobson Group. And today I want to talk to you about goals and goal setting. A lot of this will come from an old Insurance Nerd article, one of the original 10 articles we ever wrote. This one was called 7 Steps to Goal Setting Like Tony. And it started with a quote that said, "Write to be understood, speak to be heard, and read to grow," by Lawrence Clark Powell. To this day, I have no idea who Lawrence Clark Powell is, but years ago, I texted Carly this quote, and she loved it, and I loved it, and we built Insurance Nerds on this idea. And I had lost track of this quote, and I found it again today in this article, and I am so excited that what we have built very much has followed this format. Anyway, so let's talk about goals. Basically, this article came because I'm a crazy person, and I got 10 designations, including CPCU, including my MBA, in a matter of 3 years. And that is an insane number of education to get that quickly, and it got noticed. And so people started asking me all the time, how the hell did you manage to get all those letters after your name? And basically, I try to explain to them that I have a severe addiction to insurance designations. I'm happy to report that I've gotten over it. I haven't taken a test in a long time now. And I spent the first few years of my career trying to educate myself as much as possible. And basically, the way I did this is using this simple process. Okay? If you follow it to a letter, you will get places. I guarantee it. Step 1, write down SMART goals for the year and make them public. And by SMART goals, yes, it's a cliche, but it works. So SMART means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. I actually have not done this last couple of years, at least I haven't made them public, but the general process continues in my head year after year. I would recommend making them public so that people will hold you to them, okay? So again, each goal has an unwritten goal, they have to be written down. An unwritten goal is nothing but a dream, okay? And in order for a goal to be SMART and to be a good goal, it has to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Okay, so specific. What exactly are you gonna do? Okay, so if you wanna get CPCU, specifically, you're gonna pass 8 CPCU tests, okay? Measurable, 8 tests. Attainable, right? Don't make your goal that you're gonna build a rocket that can carry tourists to Mars. Okay, that's a bit unattainable unless you're Elon Musk, at least in one lifetime. Relevant, a goal of reading 200 books this year. You might learn a lot, but is it really relevant to get you where you want to go? And I read a lot, but still. And number 5, timely. By timely, another way to put it is time bound. Okay, so we have to be very specific on, so for example, for the goal of CPCU, I'm gonna finish CPCU within a year and a half. That's a time bind, right? So that's timely. So anyway, so that's how you make a SMART goal. Number 2, assign weights and extra credit to prioritize between your goals. So basically, and the idea of announcing them publicly is so that your social network will hold you accountable. And then at the end of the year, give them a summary of how you did. Okay, so assign weights and extra credit to prioritize between your goals. The way that I do this, I set all my goals for the year, and then the ones that I have full control over, the ones that are a matter of activity, okay, reading X number of books, making X number of calls, having X number of networking lunches or networking phone calls, the ones that you have full control over, those get a specific grade that adds to 100. And then the ones that you don't have full control, right? So for example, in my job in sales for the Jacobson Group, I have control over my activity. I don't have control over my revenue. Revenue is a trailing indicator. Activity is a leading indicator. So you can only control your activity. You can only control the things that you can control. So those should add up to 100%, and everything else that's important should be a plus. Okay, and your goal is to finish the year above 100%. Number 3, track your daily progress on your smartphone. And I use an app. I used to use an app called Counters, and actually I'm now using a different app. I'll include the name of the new app, but basically it allows me to count how many times I've done that thing that I said I was going to do an X number of times, right? Schedule time for reading and other long-term growth activities. So things like reading take time, and a lot of the activities that you want to do that will help you grow are, in the long term, they're good for you. In the short term, it's hard to not do other stuff in order to do them, right? So schedule time to do them, and eventually, if that scheduled time is periodic, repeats every week, if you stick to it, eventually it becomes a habit and you don't even need to schedule it anymore. But for now, schedule time for those things. Number 5, decide on a proper sleep schedule that works for you and stick to it regularly. We'll have a whole video later on sleep, but basically, most humans need to sleep at 7 hours, 6 to 8 hours, somewhere in between 6 and 9 hours, depending on who you are. But if you're sleeping less than about 7 hours, you're not being productive during your day. You think you are, you're trying to be, that's why you're sleeping less hours probably, but the reality is you're not. Okay, there's a lot of science that getting the right sleep makes it's absolutely imperative. The easiest way to do that, once you figure out how much you need to sleep, the easiest way to do that is every night go to bed at the same time. For me, it's 10 p.m. I go to bed at 10 p.m. every night religiously, almost no matter what, with the exception of the Sleep Society annual meeting, and then I wake up around 6. I used to wake up around 5, but my girlfriend doesn't like me waking up at 5. So 10 to 6 gives me more than enough time. Sometimes I wake up ahead of my alarm, but I always get at least 7 hours sleep because that's what I need, and I guarantee you don't need less than 6. Even if you are a person that needs very little sleep, you need at least 6. Chances are very good you need 7 or 8. Some people need 9. So anyway, get enough sleep. Make it a habit. It is unproductive to not get your sleep. Number 6, big goals get done by dividing them into smaller steps and to-do list. A huge goal like get my MBA is not a very smart goal because it's way too big. Same thing with get my CPC, which I used as an example earlier today. You should have goals. Instead of getting my MBA, you should have goals like buy the GMAT book, research admissions for 3 of my favorite business schools. You have to break your big goals into little goals. Number 7, remain flexible. The whole system is designed to keep you moving forward, but it is very important to remain flexible. Don't set goals for a decade, because who you are and what you want will change as you grow. You'll adapt. Okay, so the whole system is designed to keep you moving forward, but it's very important to remain flexible. If you change jobs, get pregnant, if you move mid-year, don't keep yourself tied up to goals that no longer work in helping you move towards your goal. Okay, so always keep asking yourself, every quarter, every 6 months, every year, keep asking yourself, are the goals still moving me in the direction of where I want to go? Okay, I've never, several years that I did this goal setting and giving it percentages, giving it grades and extra credit, I've never hit 100%. But with extra credit I have, and every year since I started doing this in 2011 has been an incredibly productive year. The entirety of Insurance Nerds is built. The entirety of my insurance career is built on this goal setting method. And it really hasn't changed. Now that I look back at it, it really hasn't changed. The keys of it haven't changed since 2011. It works. So unless you're utilizing a better system that's already getting you the results you want, go with this one. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If not, hit like, add me on LinkedIn, go to YouTube, search for Insurance Nerds and for the Insurance Nerdery, and subscribe to both so that you never miss one of our videos. TC out.